So if you've been following my YouTube channel lately, I'm trying to rethink my DJ microsystem that I'm building for myself as a disabled person with one hand, and it's the left hand, by the way. I've got weight issues, and I'm trying to shave some weight down. The DJ M450 was announced. This looks like the perfect piece for me with a few little tweaks. And I've designed a case that I think might work. And there may even be a pre-existing case out there that could work. But I've got to put a wireless mic receiver in it, and I've also got to put a DBX Go Rack in there, which is quite small, but in a 10-inch mixer case, there's not a lot of room. So I've designed something. Before I show you that, though, I want to show you what I'm doing right now, and also I want to express to you that aside from the weight, it's working very well for me. Take a look. First thing I do is pop off this lid, and I set it to the side, just like this. I'll actually use this lid for something else in a moment. This is my microphone receiver I've incorporated into the bottom of the laptop stand. This is my microphone gooseneck, which I slide into this little grommet that I built into the laptop lid. So now I have a mic stand. I do have to pop one of the antennas on the mic receiver. That's kind of a new thing. This mic receiver was just incorporated last week after my Line 6 2.4 gigahertz took a crap. Okay, now I can lift up the laptop lid. And these antennas in the back I can pop up. Little foam thing I can take off. Got a lot of wires and things here. They're pigtails. They used to fit on top of the laptop lid, but now that I've put that mic receiver back there, there's no room for them anymore, so I've kind of had to stuff them in the back. I went ahead and pulled the wire pigtails out and plugged everything in. Now we have to put the laptop up here. It's like this. Now my laptop's up. This is the USB cable that runs between my laptop and my mixing board. Plug it in right here. My laptop. Turn that on. Let that all do what it does. I also have a mouse that I plug into my laptop. Yeah, I could use Bluetooth or whatever, but you know what? I forget batteries a lot. And it's bad enough for the wireless microphone. I don't want to have to worry about a Bluetooth for the mouse all the time. This microphone gooseneck right here, I can go ahead and pop a mic onto the gooseneck, just like this, with an XLR cable on the other side. This is a kind of mic 1 basically. Plugs right into the top right next to the USB, and I have a microphone that I can use. Pretty simple. Now, as awkward as this may seem to some of you, I'm going to give you some explanation as to why this is a great setup for me. First of all, it goes up pretty fast. It didn't take me long to do this, and I did it slow so I could talk you through it. My microphone is right here. I can adjust it, put it wherever I want. My mouse is right here at a decent level where I can reach it. I'm not leaning down for it. My mixer is right here. I'm able to reach everything without moving my body around too much. The only issue I have with this setup is the lean forward I have to make to get to the keyboard, because I do have to lean forward a little bit, and that does put some strain on my lower back. Otherwise, it's ideal. Really, it's ideal. I've got a place to put the lid, so I don't have to worry about storing that. Now, a lot of people have said, why don't you get a controller? It's going to be better for whatever reason. Well, there's a reason for that. First of all, it's bigger. The case is larger. It ends up weighing more. And I know this because I own a variety of controllers, and many of them are in cases. The other thing is, I'm using internal control with the mouse. It's easier for me that way as a one-handed mobile DJ. If I'm at a club or something, sure, I'll bring a controller out. It's fun to use it as a performance piece. But for weddings and things like that, this is wonderful. This works very well, and it's super easy, and it's lightweight. So again, when the 450 came out, I thought, hey, this is going to be great. It's got the built-in ASIO sound card. It's like a Nexus 900 setup as far as everything goes. Sounds great, looks great, fantastic sound card, really clean ins and outs. Really what I've been waiting for, a smaller version of what I'm already using. Has a couple of problems. There's a microphone problem because they only have one mic input on the 450, but I resolved that with the DBX Go Rack. I've done several videos on how this works going into an auxiliary line. It'll solve the problem. But I end up with a much smaller case. If I went with a smaller version of the case I have, yeah, I'll shave some weight off, but probably not nearly enough. Plus, I don't know if I can incorporate both the wireless microphone receiver and the DBX Go Rack into a standard marathon case with a laptop stand on it. Maybe I could, I don't know, and I'm not going to know until I have one in front of me. But I came up with this custom design. Something like this would work very well. I could put my mic receiver underneath my mixing board and have a little slide out area like you do on a standard mixer case to access the wireless microphone. I could put the DBX Go Rack behind the wireless microphone and kind of set it and forget it. I don't have to access it once I've got it set up the way I want it. And then some kind of hinged laptop stand. Now some people have suggested a setup like this where I had the mixer here, the laptop next to me, and that would work for a lot of people. The problem I have with it is I'm left with one left hand. And let me show you what that might look like at a gig. So here's a similar size mixing board. I'm doing whatever I'm doing here, making adjustments, adjusting my trim, my levels. Now I want to type out another song to play next. I have to almost step over here and do this. And then I have to reach over here, which is even further away, to use the mouse. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and I'm actually swaying as I'm doing this. That's a lot of twisting. That's a lot of fatigue. And I'm also actually getting a little confused in my stroke brain what's going on, going from one thing to the next. If it's all kind of right in front of me and I can reach it without twisting my body, that's much better. But it's really hard to do with a configuration like this, and that's why I don't want to go with the side-by-side option. So that's where I'm at, and I hope it gives some of you a better understanding. I know a lot of you have offered suggestions, and I've explained why your suggestions may not work, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I think I have. Oh, I'm just trying to help. No, keep the ideas coming, but just understand that I have very specific needs. Being a disabled person, and I have a very specific need as a DJ on my choice of equipment and laptop and everything else. Plus I got weight issues I got to consider. So don't get your feelings hurt if what you suggest I tell you won't work and I explain to you why it won't work. What I've tried to do in this video is really try to illustrate what I'm doing now, what I'd like to do, and why I want to do it that way. And I hope I cleared it up for a lot of you. If you have more questions on that DBX Go Rack, go back in my channel. I've done lots of videos on it. And that 450, we're not really expecting to see that until like December. But when it comes out, I can't wait to get my hands on it. And as soon as I get my hands on that, I have all my components, we'll probably do a case design. Now, I've talked to people about case design, and some people have told me if I use a premium 7mm plywood, like a real nice birch plywood, I shouldn't have any problems with holes getting punched in it and durability. Other people have told me different. 7mm is just going to compromise the build quality of the case. Maybe true, I don't know. I've even got a guy telling me that maybe carbon fiber would be the answer. He's a mechanical engineer. Who knows where we're going to go with this, but that's a rough early concept of what I'm thinking would work and accommodate everything I wanted to accommodate and keep the weight down. If we go with 9mm, it's going to weigh a little more. If we go with 7mm, it'll weigh a little less. If we go with another material like a carbon fiber, that might be like crazy light. And the other thing, that pop-up laptop stand, that's just an idea. But the laptop platform does not have to be wood. I could use a lighter weight material up there to help shave some weight down as well. So anyway, that's my video. I hope it helped answer some of your questions about what I'm doing. Thank you for your input. Keep it coming. We'll see you soon. Practice and enjoy.